in the headlines with the goals. What a start for Leicester and what a moment for Luke Thomas.
It was a brilliant finish from Luke Thomas. I mean, it's been a really good first half. I think Manchester United create their own downfall here. They get them pinned in quite nicely, but once Tielemans breaks free and knocks it to the back post, then Luke Thomas is mopping up like all good wing-backs should do, and that is a super finish. But just looking at a little bit more detail and the bit that I say, in terms of United having them where they want them, they've got everyone paired up. And then if we just see here, I feel that Matic, he actually makes a decision that's a wrong decision. He anticipates the goal, he's trying to nick the ball there, and all of a sudden you've got Tielemans here that notices this and runs off him. Now, Owen, I think it's midfielder's fault.
Yeah, you're right. Look, that's my position. And if somebody runs off me, that is my fault. But the point is, he's trying to go to the ball. Tuanzebe is way too high. Way too high. You've got to be back in line with the back four. If Rio Ferdinand or Nemanja Vidic would have done that under Sir Alex, they wouldn't have played for months, as good as they were. The point is, my job is to go get the ball. If he runs off me, maybe, but Tuanzebe is way too high. Bailly has to come across, and then it's a salvage job, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah, there's too many fires that need to be put out there from both your points. You know, it's happened. You know, I think Van der Beek can get across, sniff out that situation. I've seen you many times, Owen, get across, read those situations, and then the centre-halves can stay in the positions that they need to be in. But too many mistakes, and the team's been chopping and changing. You can see they're not clear with each other in their movements and where they need to be. Yeah,
see, I disagree with the Tuanzebe, with Elton's point in a way, because I just think that if he stays back, then all of a sudden his man, Ike Iheanacho, I think it is, he just takes it and turns. If we can have a look at it again, I think he just takes it and turns. And I know, Karen, as well, you've got another point about Van der Beek. But if we start the clip right from the outset, I think we've got a situation that could easily be avoided, and I think Tuanzebe actually, he does the right thing. If we just watch it here, Tuanzebe, if he stays there, all of a sudden, this man, when he comes into picture, he gets it and turns. Virtually every man for Manchester United is out. And if we just run it on a little bit further, and it shows it here in more depth, right? Stop it there. So I think what Owen is saying here is if he stands back, well, that's all fine, but that man then turns, and all of a sudden, Owen, your pressure, all your men are out just because one person's not done the press.
No, but Mo, you're right. But to be fair, you're centre forward, and you would love for the centre back not to be in there, because that gives you that space to run into, and that's where it comes from. Look, Matic can go there. There's Mata in there. Tellers can go in there. Once he goes there, Tuanzebe's got to realise, I'm in a bad spot here. I'm a centre back. I'm not even in the middle of the pitch. So it puts Bailly under pressure. So I'm with Karen in the fact that there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of wrong. Even Van der Beek. Van der Beek can cover, but the fact that he's a more attacking player, he doesn't feel that. So
he's got to sense that out, though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, if he's going to play in there,
everyone's gone across. He's got to get across there in that situation, that space.
Van der Beek.
Yeah.
You think he needs to fill in?
Yeah. And then the back line is completely, you know, all over the shop, and that's because there's so many players coming into the side that aren't familiar with each other.
Absolutely fascinating, but of course has been an equalising goal as well. And we talked about Mason Greenwood before the game. How good a finish was this, Karen?
It was an unbelievable finish, to be fair. I think that with Mason Greenwood, you don't know which foot he's going to be on. But look, the defending's shocking from Leicester, how the whole setup was. But he gets into this situation. Soyuncu, I don't know what he's doing in that situation. You can't be square in the 18-yard box. But it starts from here, two forward passes, breaking through the lines. And I think, Michael, you were speaking about the back line then, Soyuncu.
Yeah, it's funny because me and Owen were just debating here. In the first clip, we're talking about whether Tuanzebe should go or not. He very much doesn't want to go, and you can see him pointing to his sitting midfield player, no, come back and you do that. So he's in a better position. The ironic thing is, he's now in the perfect position, and it's still his fault for the goal.
Yeah, but Thomas, that's horrendous, to the header there. And then he gets in the right position. Look, he's got support here with the boys inside there. You know, obviously Mason's difficult, Mo, you know, because he can go either side. I think he's got to let him go in there. Instead, he lets him go to the right. And in the end, I think for Greenwood, it's... You know, it's a really good finish, but I think he'll also be disappointed that from a good position, they give away quite a soft goal when they had bodies back.
Owen makes a good point. It was something that I never had. He can go both ways. That's the hardest thing for a defender against Greenwood, is that you never know which side. Nobody could tell whether he's left-footed or right-footed. He hits the ball so well with both feet. So you can never show him in a certain way. Show him his side, he hits it with his left foot. Like in the last game, I think, against Aston Villa. This time it's on his right foot, and it's so difficult to defend when you're two-footed.
OK, 8 goals in 11 games now for
is fully deserved. They've been the standout team all season.
Yeah, we've enjoyed watching them.
Yeah, slow start for them though, and then they just came through, and the signings, Diaz was unbelievable, and playing effectively with no number 9 for a large period of the season, and everyone's chipped in, and I mean they've got a fantastic squad so they can chop and change it, but you know it has been really nice to watch and enjoyable, and as Michael said, thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, by far the best team. I mean, Karen made a good point. They started really slow, and just amazing what Pep's able to do. I don't think anybody would have said Pep could have the best defence in the Premier League, you know, last season. So be able to have few goals conceded, dominate in a different way without a centre forward has been quite remarkable. Pep's the ultimate innovator. We saw it again this season. For the people that said he couldn't do it in the Premier League, 3 in 4 years, that's a pretty significant statement to everyone.
Yeah, 3 years to the day since he won his 3rd title with Barcelona. 10 years to the day since he won his 3rd title with Barcelona. He's done 3 now in England. He's level with Arsene Wenger and with Jose Mourinho. And as Owen said, he's proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we always look at it and think next year it's going to be more difficult, and it will be. Lots of teams will spend, lots of teams are getting better. Chelsea, Manchester United getting closer, Liverpool, of course, everyone's seeing if they can bounce back. But everybody's going to be trying to chase them, but they are the best team, no question about it. The best team in Europe, for me, whether they win against Chelsea in the Champions League or not, they've proven in the Premier League over a long period of time they are the best team in Europe. And Pep Guardiola is what everybody says he is. I remember Owen Hargreaves talking to me a long, long time ago saying, you know, when he was talking to a lot of the Manchester City players when he first came over, and they were saying, this guy does things that we've never seen before. He's almost 10 years above his time. His training methods, we're working on things that you don't even believe are normal or possible. Spotting weaknesses in other teams and how they're going to have a pattern of play to exploit that. You know, he is one of, if not the best manager in the world, and he has just done something very special this season, especially after that bad start they had. Yeah,
to keep that hunger. For a lot of those players have won 3 out of 4 as well.
Well, as well for Pep Guardiola, because he only usually does 3 seasons, and then the big question for everyone was, can he evolve? Of course we know he can, but he's never really done that before. He usually does his stint and then kind of moves on, has a sabbatical, and then comes back and blows everyone away at a new club. And he's reinvented Manchester City, new players, young blood. I was reading Kevin De Bruyne when he went in for his contracts talks. He didn't take an agent, he took in a stats person, and he brought in and he spoke about the age of the squad and where they could go in 2 or 3 years' time, and actually how he would fit into that. But that's because of Pep Guardiola, because he himself, the managers, reinvented himself. He's evolved that squad, and he's proved everyone wrong that he can do more than 3 years.
You were in at the club when they won the first one in the dramatic circumstances. I mean, what about watching tonight wherever they are? Some of them watching it, some of them just relaxing to get a text message and say you're Premier League champions, United have lost?
But you know what? I think for a lot of people, they don't realise, on the football pitch, yeah, they've had great managers. They've had Mancini, Pellegrini, Pep. But people don't understand how many amazing football people they have, you know, that they're not actually playing or coaching within the football club. The structure is absolutely first class. Every part of it, medically, upstairs, they've got football people making football decisions. You look at United and all the issues that they have there. All of a sudden, you know, you think Pep has a close relationship with the way they buy players and scout players. They almost never miss in the market. So you get the best coach, you get the best squad in the Premier League, you get a lot of those things off the pitch. Everything they've done for Manchester in and around that stadium. And Manchester City are by far and away, you know, the best team right now in the Premier League. They're the measuring stick for everyone, and they're going to be difficult to catch. I know Mo makes a great point. Everybody's going to invest to try and catch, but I just see them improving, getting 1 or 2 more key players and then being the measuring stick again next season.
OK, they will be enjoying the moment. Big night and a big result for Leicester, but that result makes Manchester City Premier League champions for the 3rd season in 4. And in the city of Manchester tonight, the Blue Moon is rising.